Hi everyone, it's Nicole from Sydney English Teacher and from the Successful English Learner by Sydney English Teacher. And I'd like to say welcome to episode 19 of my Question of the Day series. Whether you're joining me live on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel, or whether you are watching the replay, I say a big thank you, and I hope that you will find today's episode really helpful and interesting. So, what is the question? What is the topic that we are going to focus on today? Well, it is, how can I teach English to my child if my own English is not perfect? My apologies. Perfect. Perfect. That was a typing mistake. So that's a very good question, and something that parents are always worried about. If you can speak English as a second language or third language, and obviously you understand how important it is to communicate in another language, especially English, then you want to give your child that gift, um, as from a young age, from as young as possible. And a lot of the time, parents do this without the help of a teacher, which is absolutely fine. Parents can teach their own children about the English language, especially when they are beginning, can teach them, how to speak, how to understand, and lots of vocabulary. So it's completely natural for a parent to worry that they are not teaching their child correctly, or that they are passing their mistakes on to their child. Well, I'm here to say, don't worry. Okay, do not worry. I've got a few points here I'd like to speak about with you, and hopefully by the end of today's lesson, you will be much more confident in helping your child learn English. Let's go. The first thing that I'd like you to remember is, be confident in your own skills, okay? Don't let your lack of confidence or your fear stop you. Okay? It's so important that you don't pass those negative feelings onto your child. You know, think about it this way: you are giving your child the biggest gift, the gift of language, the gift of communication. Okay? So don't ever forget that what you are doing for your child is absolutely incredible for both them and for you. So be confident in your skills, okay? Because your English is much better than you think, much better than you know. So be confident in your skills, and don't let a lack of confidence stop you from helping your child, okay? Next, always make it fun. Children learn by having fun. They learn by playing, by interacting. They don't learn by sitting in front of a textbook. So make sure that every contact they have with the English language is fun from the very, very, very beginning. What can you do? You can play games, you can draw pictures, you can talk about words, you can share stories, you can use cartoons or listen to English music, you can hang words around the house. You can do whatever you want to create a fun atmosphere, and doing these fun things makes them want to learn. It makes them want to do more. And it makes it so much more enjoyable for both them and you. So make it fun. Don't make it something that you have to do and something that they don't look forward to. Next, remember this. You are creating a new interest for your child. You know, you're lighting a spark for them. You are gifting them the love of language learning. You're gifting them the joy of communicating in English. So don't put too much pressure on yourself about being perfect, you know? Don't look at yourself as their teacher. Instead, look at yourself as their guide, you know, the person who introduces them to the incredible world of English. You're already giving them the greatest gift. Don't forget that, okay? Create this interest for them, make it fun and enjoyable, and know that you're giving them the biggest gift possible. Don't panic about not being perfect or making mistakes, because the gift of learning, the gift of the English language is so much bigger than that, okay? And finally, I'd like to say that there is no need to be perfect in order to communicate. Really, don't think that perfection is the key, because it's not, okay? Communication is possible even with errors, even with mistakes. So don't create a lack of confidence from the very start if they make a mistake. And don't create a belief that you need to be perfect to be a successful communicator, because that's not the case. Instead, okay, focus on using the language. Even if it's not 100% the way that a native speaker would use it, it doesn't matter. Focus on using the language and build up their confidence and their love for the English language. And that is much more important. Perfection will only stop them, will only make it more difficult because they're afraid of making a mistake. You don't want to pass that fear onto your child. So always remember, when you want to teach and help your child with the English language, perfection is not important. Throw that thought out the window and instead focus on using the language. Promise me that. So, a quick review. Here are the key points that I'd like you to remember from today's episode. Number one, pass on your confidence. Be confident about your English skills. Don't pass on your negative feelings or your fear or your lack of confidence. Children are smart. They will pick up on that. They will feel that you are stressed or worried or don't have confidence. Don't let them feel that. Don't pass that on. Keep it positive. Be confident, because your English is better than you think. Number two, make learning fun. If it's fun, if they're playing games and laughing and using cartoons and drawing, well, they want to continue. If you make it fun, they want to learn. And that is what we want. We want them to want to learn, okay? So keep them busy, keep them having fun, and you're already there at the the goal at the end point. Number 3, you are creating a lifelong interest for your child. You are lighting the spark and you are giving them the biggest gift possible, the love of languages, the love of communicating. Don't forget that. Okay, so don't be afraid of mistakes or of what should I say, not being a teacher. The most important thing is to remember you are their guide. You are creating their interest in English, their love for English. That is the most important thing. And number 4, perfection is not needed, it's not necessary to be perfect. Being perfect is not the most important thing. You can be a successful communicator even if you make mistakes. The most important thing is that you use the language, okay? That's the most important thing. Use the language. It doesn't have to be perfect. A quick bonus tip for you now from me. Your English is much better than you think, okay? And every moment that you spend helping your child enjoy the English language, that is a gift, okay? You are creating a lifelong love of learning for your child. And that's the best thing that you can ever do for them. So remember, your English is better than you think. Don't let your lack of confidence stop you from gifting your child the biggest gift possible, the gift of English. So, if you have any questions about today's episode, or if you have any requests for future episodes, please get in touch. You can visit this page on my website and fill in the form. Alternatively, you can write in the comments section or send me a message and I will be in touch and I will teach some tips about that particular question or comment. If you enjoy learning with me, keep learning. Come and join my learning community. It's free. I've got an amazing Facebook community of thousands of students from all over the world on my Facebook page, my Facebook group, and over on my YouTube channel. We also have an amazing website filled with learning resources and a blog with learning videos and lessons for you to access. So go and visit them. Make the most of that learning opportunity. And if you really enjoy learning with me, come and join some of my online courses or my learning library, both of which are coming very, very soon. So thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed today's topic and you found it interesting. If you think that this question would help other people, please share this video with them. I'd love to help them as well. Anyway, wishing you a wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And come back again tomorrow.